All right, friends, it's time to take another trip down memory lane and look at the absolute worst songs of the 2010s. And I gotta say, my thoughts on the 2010s, I'm like, I halfway want them to come back because I'm feeling really nostalgic already for 2013. I feel like the years are slipping through my hands like sand, like, no, like, you know, that one gif of the raccoon with the cotton candy and it gets wet and it just like dissolves in his hands. That's how I feel about the years passing by faster and faster every year. And there's something, you know, the 2010s were so naive and simple. You know, it was just such a simple time that I'm starting to feel nostalgic for the early 2010s. Although at the same time, I also feel like the 2010s are probably the corniest, most cringe decade of pop culture. So I'm kind of torn. We'll get into it. We'll look at the some of the music of the 2010s. And we'll decide, did it hold up? Was it awful? Are we ready for a 2010s revival yet? Let's see.
And also, I wanted to mention something new that I'm doing, which is a YouTube coaching program. If you're an individual creator or you're a company, really anybody that wants to grow on YouTube, this is for you. Basically, this is a way to download everything that I have learned about YouTube over the past 7 years from my brain into yours. There's a pretty common set of challenges that pretty much everybody runs into on YouTube. I've run into pretty much all of them. And with this coaching program, I can help you get past those a lot faster than I did figuring it out on my own. For example, in my opinion, the single most important thing for any channel is figuring out the right niche for your content. Like, what should you focus on and how do you talk about it? For example, for me on this channel, once I found that, I went from getting, you know, a couple hundred views a video to tens of thousands of views per video, literally almost overnight. You can see it right here. And also the right approach to things like titles and thumbnails and how to structure your videos to keep people's attention. All that stuff that took me years to figure out on my own through trial and error. I just want to help you speed run all of that. I am super excited about this, and I'm going to be putting a lot of time and energy into it over the course of the year. And if you want to find out more about it, you can just hit the link in the description of this video.
First one we'll look at here, a staple of the 2010s, Radioactive by Imagine Dragons. Very long intro, I'm going to skip this. Melodramatic intro. The girl approaching the metalcore barn. She's got something in her hand. What is it? Fuck anthem bands. Yeah, it is interesting that the early 2010s were really all about these anthems, right? Like every song had to be so like big and important and oh wait a minute, Muppets, what Muppets? Oh, you tricksters, what a bunch of rascals. They made us think this was a serious video, but then they did a switcheroo and now it's just a bunch of silly Muppets. The car commercial bands, yes. The only way that this could be more 2012 is if there was like a dubstep part. Like, how hard would you cringe if all of a sudden there was a dubstep part? That would put it over the edge. That would make it so 2010s. Your brain would just explode from the 2010s chakra overload. Apple press event core. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're proud to reveal iPhone 6 with our brand new operating system, iOS 7. This is the song that's playing. I will say, Imagine Dragons, you know, not my favorite band in the world, but I do think the Imagine Dragons hate is very overblown. Like, I feel like people are kind of chilled out about it now, but people would talk about Imagine Dragons like they were, you know, Hitler or something. Like, Imagine Dragons killed your mom. I mean, you can think that their music is boring, but yeah, they seem like nice guys. They're very philanthropic. If you think their music is boring, I think that's fine. But I don't know, people were like way too over the top and aggressive with the Imagine Dragons hate. I will say, I would not ever choose to listen to Imagine Dragons, but I feel like I would be friends with them. Yeah, they're GGBB. That's what I think. GGBB. A lot of examples of this. Good guys, bad band. Imagine Dragons might be the ultimate example of GGBB. Is their music good? No. But I still feel like defending Imagine Dragons anyway, so I'm on Team Imagine Dragons. Okay, next up, on the more metal side of things, let's take a look at, I don't even know how to say the name of this song. I guess it's Cirice by Ghost, which I think this was kind of their breakthrough song, right? This was their big song, I think, that broke them out. Kind of sounds like South of Heaven, doesn't it? That's what this always reminded me of. Reminded me of South of Heaven. and then I expect it to like break into a thrash part, but it never does. Curious what your gripe with this one is? I don't have a gripe with it. I like Ghost. I think they're good. My thing with Ghost is probably the same thing as most other people, is from seeing their logo and the imagery and stuff like that. It was just very like cognitive dissonance of like, I expected them to sound like Emperor or, you know, Demolition Hammer or something like that. I thought it was going to be like metal, you know, and then it sounds like Kiss or Blue Oyster Cult. You know, that's what I thought. So I was like, okay, when does the double bass start? When do the blast beats come in? And there's no blast beats. It looks like black metal and sounds like pop. Yeah, exactly. I don't really get the Ghost hate, and it's been an interesting trajectory for them. They came out in like 2010, I think. And I remember all the hipster blogs like Metal Sucks and everything. All the hipster blogs were like, you know, jizzing over Ghost and thought they were the greatest thing in the world when they were still kind of this like, you know, little underground band that nobody knew about. And then they blew up with this or Mariana Cross or whatever the song was. Then they started to get some kind of mainstream attention outside of the metal world. And then all of a sudden, all the metal people turned on them and decided that now Ghost was awful and fake metal and this, that, and the other. Because, of course, anytime that anything starts to become even a tiny bit popular, all the metal people, of course, have to turn on them and hate on it. This is true, too. Their imagery is such a cock tease. Their fans are what people don't like. I don't know. I feel like their fans are like 35-year-old metal dads. And I don't have a problem with that. I think they're pretty good. I like Ghost. Like, I wouldn't necessarily choose to listen to them, but I think they're good. I can feel the Theater Kid Sleep Token. I think that's right. Their fans are big titty goth girls. I don't know. I don't interact with metal fans unless I have to, so I'll take your word for it. It's so slow. Yeah. I mean, I don't think Ghost is like the best band in the world or anything like that, but, you know, there's a lot of people that just like hate Ghost, which I think that's weird. I think if you hate Ghost, I think you should seek help. That's what I think. I think Ghost is a perfectly fine band. I think this song holds up. I think they're solid. Next up, I'll tell you what song I do hate. Dance Monkey by Tones and I. This is one of the most irritating songs I've ever heard in my entire life. This song is truly unbearable. Once again, millennials, would you care to explain yourself? This is your culture, people. This is millennial culture. Please explain yourselves. You created this. This has 2 billion views, okay? Who are the 2 billion people listening to this? You unleash this upon the world. When I first heard this, I thought it was children's music. This is what I like to call cartoon parrot music, okay? Because this is the kind of stuff that you can imagine in the latest CG Pixar movie where some cartoon parrot is up in a tree, or maybe like 3 cartoon parrots are up in a tree wearing sunglasses and they're dancing to this. Oh, here's what it is. The movie is about a monkey that was raised by parrots. So he thinks he's a parrot, but it turns out that he's a really good dancer. And the whole movie is about him sort of learning to accept that he's not a parrot at all. He's a monkey, and his calling is to dance. And so this is the scene in the movie where he sort of learns to dance for the first time. He unleashes his inner dance monkey, and this is the song that comes on. It's him leading the group of dancing animals backed by a bunch of cartoon parrots in sunglasses. And then this is playing. Cartoon parrots right here. This is cartoon parrot music. This is an actual movie you're describing. And here's the thing. Here's what happens in the movie. Initially, he feels really bad for abandoning the parrots. He feels like he's betrayed his people by leaving the parrots to go be a dance monkey. But then what he realizes over time is that the parrots love him and they just want him to be who he is. They don't expect him to be a parrot. And so at the end of the movie, there's a monologue by the matriarch parrot who explains to him that really it just life is all about being yourself, and we accept you the way you are. If you're a monkey or if you're a parrot, we don't care. There's got to be a lesbian parrot. Of course there's a lesbian parrot. And so that's really the point of the whole movie is like, aren't we all just a dance monkey inside? Aren't we all just really a dance monkey? There we go. I just wrote the next heartwarming blockbuster Disney movie. Yeah. Eventually he comes back to the parrots with a big birdhouse that he used to make with his little monkey hands. Exactly. And then the closing credits of the movie. Now he's a big star. He's a giant superstar. And then he comes back to present his birdhouse to his old parrot family. The closing credits to the movie are him and the parrots dancing, once again reunited, doing the same dance that they did the first time they played the song. And that's the movie. The parrots and the monkeys dance together with Imagine Dragons over the credits. There it is. There it is. I just gave you your next $1 billion franchise. Does this song hold up? No, it sure doesn't. I hate it. It's one of the most irritating songs of all time. But I feel like I just wrote a blockbuster movie, and so I'm attached to the song for that reason. Okay, last but not least, we have Gucci Gang by Lil Pump. Remember this? This was like, when is this, 2017? Yeah, 2017. This was the absolute peak of clout rap. It was like him and 6ix9ine and Lil Yachty and, you know, everyone else. You had to have like colored braids and basically do dumb shit on Instagram to promote yourself. Just acting like a complete fucking clown on Instagram was the key to popularity as a rapper. And nobody was bigger in the 2017 Instagram clout rap era than your man Lil Pump. Supreme Patty Days, exactly. I like this. The credits here. Concept by Lil Pump, directed by Ben Griffin. What is the concept here? Imagine Ben Griffin just rolling his eyes like, okay, sure, yeah. Concept by Lil Pump. We'll put it in the credits. Whatever.
Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. Spread their racks on new chain.
Legitimately though, I love this song.
I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name.
I fuck a bitch, I forgot her name. I legitimately think this song is great and amazing. Like, obviously, this is like the McDonald's of music. You know, I feel like the people who are upset at Lil Pump for being Lil Pump, that's like being upset that McDonald's isn't fine dining. You know, like obviously McDonald's is like shit tier fast food that's going to give you diarrhea, but it's also amazing. And sometimes that's all you want. Sometimes you just want to go eat a #1 with extra large fries and go have diarrhea. Sometimes that's all you want. And sometimes that's all you want from Lil Pump too. I think this song is great. Legitimately, I love this song. But I'll tell you what makes me love Lil Pump more than anything else. Here's my favorite thing about Lil Pump. You remember this when Trump calls him Little Pimp?
One of the big superstars of the world, Little Pimp.
One of the big superstars of the world, Little Pimp.
Little Pimp. There he is.
Here's the best part. He rolled with it and wrote this song, which non-ironically is actually one of his best songs. So he didn't get butthurt. He just rolled with it and made this song called Lil Pimp Big Maga Steppin', which is actually one of his best songs. Little Pimp. But this song is legitimately one of Lil Pump's best songs. Ride around town with a thick bitch. He got Trump tattooed on his thigh. God. Is he a troll rapper? Yes. He's totally a troll rapper. Let's also remember that this exists. Pump Rock. Let's remember that this exists.
Pump rock shit, slit my wrist, slit, fuck that bitch, drop top whips,
Pump rock shit, slit my wrist.
Pump rock shit, slit my wrist, slit, drop
The new Turnstile song, yes. I legitimately like this. This is like legitimately good. I legitimately think this is good. I like it. It's actually funny. This is the new Tsunami song, yes. So, yeah, I legitimately think Lil Pump is great. Sounds like a Team America song. Yeah, listen, legitimately, I think Lil Pump, if all you want is just absolute brain dead fast food McDonald's music that's going to taste good on the way in and then give you diarrhea on the way out. Yeah, punching holes in the wall, fucking bitches raw. If that's what you want, Lil Pump's going to give it to you. Does Gucci Gang hold up? Hell yes. Lil Pump, mark my words. I'm not even joking here at all. Mark my words. Give it another 5 years or so, and everybody will love Lil Pump. For real. He was the most hated person like in music probably 5 years ago. I absolutely guarantee you that in another 5 years, people will fucking love him. He's going to be worshipped as one of the GOATs, just like Limp Bizkit is now. I'm serious. People are going to love Lil Pump in 5 years. Give it time. And then you can say, I was there. I've been a fan of Lil Pimp since day one. Okay, that does it for this edition of the worst songs of the 2010s. Join us next time for another edition. Aren't we all just a dance monkey inside?